I just left my mother's house, and my nephew's mom called out of the blue. First of all, the first thing that I noticed before I even decided to look and see who it was calling that they obviously wanted to get through was my mother's phone. It normally goes to voicemail after 3 rings. In this case, that phone must have rung about 12 times. It just went on and on and on. And my mother goes, "Kiki, guess who that is?" And I said, "Who?" She tells me who it is. And I said, "Well, answer it." And of course, the kids wanted to come by to see her. Now, the weird part about that is these kids always want to see her, but they never get to. They never get to. My mom's not savvy. So if I'm not with her, she can't get around on her own. I'm talking about in terms of finding a new location. But that doesn't necessarily shut down the means. Anyhow, she calls, conducts a conversation, I suppose, like nothing's wrong. And I'm just a bit disturbed by how these adults manage to carry on like nothing took place. The blood has been bad for a long time. We're talking about a woman that let this man beat on her child. And now you show up like nothing's wrong. So my mom's like, "You aren't going to stay?" No, I'm not. Because I don't have nothing nice to say. And I'm not going to have nothing nice to say for a very long time. Until some justice is brought to all this bullshit. Because what this occult managed to do was make it such a complicated and broad situation that there's no one thing to narrow it down to. So, of course, me being me, I'm going to create order and hack at one thing at a time. So, leading up to this, the last 2 weeks, they keep saying, "Where are these other people at that are supposed to be showing up?" My dad conveniently runs into me at a stoplight. But it's not my dad, it's his imposter. And of course, he can't look me in the eye. We had a brief discussion. He tried to give me a ride. I denied. Days later, where are these other people at? Because as soon as she rejects these other people, as soon as these other people have to have one more chance at talking to her before they have to leave, before these imposters have to leave on their own. Because they know I'm going to put them through such a strenuous process to prove that they are who they say they are. Where are these other people at? Where are these other people at? And now she shows up, and we ain't seen her in forever. What I did was I left a phone recording. See, my tooth still slips out, and they're trying to keep the means for me to get it fixed. Locked up too. But I left an old iPhone tucked in the corner recording, because I can't even trust my mother's conversation and her interpretation of what's being said. All I could tell her was that she needs to pay attention to what's being said. Pay attention to what's being said. She seemed to have grasped that much. But like I said, I left a phone recording so that I will know what went on. Because I don't trust any of them.